at all. There is no way possible at all that you could even begin to deal with the whole aspect of cancer if you don't address your lifestyle. The lifestyle is the key, because when you go to the supermarket, right, and you go anywhere that you go and buy food, all right, so you find out that the bulk of our foods, okay, so they soak the tuna fish in a can, the corned beef is in a can, the luncheon meat is in a can, the baked beans is in a can, the sardine is in a can, and the can itself is aligned with a plastic. Now that plastic, that the can, because even if the can is a can on the outside, the inside of that can is aligned now with a thin plastic, and that thin plastic contains what we call xenoestrogens, which are chemicals that are actually acting upon the physical structure the same way that the estrogen molecule would have actually acted upon the physical structure. And we know that for a fact that the great majority of our cancers, especially when it comes to our women, the great majority of our cancers when it comes to our women are what you call estrogen dominant cancers, from your uterine cancer to your ovarian cancer to your breast cancer. All these different types of cancers are specifically dependent upon how balanced our hormones are as man and also as a woman, in prostate cancer, breast cancer, uterine cancer, and all these other different types of cancers. So it is important that as a people that we scrutinize, we go deep, and we check exactly what it is that is happening. All the great majority of the foods in the supermarkets are poisoned. So when we say that, it's not like somebody going to poison the food, it's that the way Selassie Chapel, blessed love, give thanks, Alice, Africa Forever, blessed love, give thanks, Barbara Shepherd, back on. Yes, we are back on. We had a little lapse there. Africa Forever, I need one of your books, you could get that. Africa Forever in St. Lucia now. Okay, if you're in St. Lucia now, definitely you could go at Liberty on Jeremy Street, and you could actually pick up a copy of the book on Jeremy Street. That's opposite the New Market. Right there is Livity, Livity. You could pick up a copy of the herbal manual, definitely. So when we look at the tuna fish, the luncheon meat, the corned beef, the baked beans, the sardines, the mackerels, and all these different types of canned foods, 99.9% of all these foods there are actually packed and bottled in some kind of oily stuff, and then in the inner lining of the cans, specifically are actually laden with plastic. And most of these plastics, all plastics, contain what you call estrogen mimicking compounds that actually make up the plastic. So it is important that as a people that we have that understanding that when we actually go and shop, when we go to go get something to eat, we actually question, we ask ourselves specific questions and ask ourselves whether or not the things that we are actually going to get to eat, whether it's going to uplift us or whether it's going to destroy us. What you'll find out is that even I mean, when I go to Antigua, and Antigua in particularly, there is that habit in Antigua when it comes to the bottled waters, right? The bottled water in Antigua. What you would find happening in Antigua specifically is this: in Antigua, they would have all the spring water, the big 5-gallon bottles, would be outside of the supermarket in the sun, right? So what you would find happening, yes, Kevin, give thanks. What you'd find happening is that, why is it that you would put plastic bottles? We know that the plastic bottles contain bisphenol A, BPA, right? And then we know that it contains, there are some are PVAs, right? So what these substances do, they actually mimic estrogen, and they could actually cause a woman to get breast cancer, and could cause the prostate of a man to enlarge to the point whereby this man could develop prostate cancer. And because estrogen is also implicated in pancreatic cancer and also insulin dependent diabetes. So when we understand all these things, that it actually supposed to make us think and say, but wait, why is it that all of the canned foods, and that's the foods that the majority of people eat, the canned foods, plenty people eat the canned foods. Why is it that the great majority of the canned foods are aligned in the inside of the can is aligned with a plastic, and that plastic now is known to actually cause cancer? An important note is that the great majority of these canned foods they are bottled hot, right? You have to bottle them hot or can them hot. So when you can them hot now, that means that you are actually leaching, dissolving all these toxic substances in the plastic, in the food that you are about to actually eat. These things, they are definitely dangerous. Africa Forever says, was on a no meat and dairy diet, but because I was already so slim and anemic, it didn't go so well with me. When I get back to it, but need advice on the good foods to buy for people with low blood level. I mean, come on, Zepina. Um, Green banana cooked with the skin on, red raspberry. All these things, they are very rich in iron. So it is not about just going on a no meat diet. You have to be committed, and you must be of an understanding that everything that you get in animals, you get it in the plants, because the animals have to eat the plants to get what they actually get. Come on. So the plants get 80% of the 80% of energy from the sun, right? And so does, right, the plant's energy from the sun is not 100%. It can only access about 80%, if that much. And then that 80%, human beings only get 80% of the 80% that the plant gets from the sun. So that means that when you eat animals, you are getting a lower level of energy, right? So that's why you could just sit in the sun and you could get vitamins D actually synthesized. That's why the plants could actually make food, what they call photosynthesis, right, by utilizing water, right, sunlight, and carbon dioxide. And in the same time, they actually produce oxygen. So it is very important, very, very important that we understand that everything that the animals have inside of them, they actually get it from the plant. All right. So when you eat the plant, right, you're supposed to be able to access all the nutrients from that plant. But you have to well balance off yourself and make sure you have a well rounded leave it, not diet. You cannot diet, you have to leave it, right? So all what you eat have to be in the correct proportions, and it is something that you have to be doing every single day. So give thanks. Definitely 451-934-9453-1730. That's our live number to call. Those of you on YouTube, definitely you could ask your questions on YouTube. As you know, we are now due for an intercession. Definitely when you come again, we're going to continue taking your questions live. Blessed love. Intercession. I don't know if our brother here. We'll take an intercession now, my beloved brother, and then it's a 7:30, and we'll come forward and take some questions from the people. Blessed. Yes, I believe that probably you have some technical difficulties, because I'm still seeing that we are still live on, and I'm trying to take an intercession. I don't know if my brother is getting me live in the studio here. I don't know if we getting it live at all. And so if that's the case, then I think that probably I just will have to just go on, because he's not getting me. Probably I have to go on into. Okay, all right. So we're gonna take an intercession now, and as you know, we have to pay some be wells. Blessed love. Give thanks. Yes, Tiffany S. I mean, we're still live on YouTube, even if we are not live on the television. We're live on YouTube still. Give thanks. Let me just give our camera a little clean out there. I see that we're a bit foggy. Today we left our stand, our tripod, so we don't really have that privilege of having that steady picture that we normally have. So forgive us, please. We do forgive us for that. So it's a bit shaky. Yes, Julie Carey, blessed honorable priest Kailash, thank you so much for your precious and priceless knowledge and wisdom, my precious divine brother. Give thanks, honorable sister. Heart of love, deep rooted canals, God in flesh. I love your works, your wisdom. Give thanks, Tiffany. Blessed love, priest Kailash. Is it okay for women to use the menstrual cups? It's the best thing to use is 100% cotton, right? Just cotton, cotton, cotton. I want to purchase the mail package for my husband. He is complaining for low energy. Definitely get him the mail package and the prosperity that'll assist him tremendously. Okay? Okay, alright. Yes, so I'm trying to just keep the camera a bit steady so I won't have to be holding it all the time as we interact. And the program tonight is a bit shorter because I had a meeting today that we had to attend to, and then I came in. So our program is a bit shorter. And as I said, I left the tripod home, so the camera is a bit shaky. So we do give thanks as we still have the opportunity to actually reason. We glorify that, definitely. Give thanks for everyone who is here with us. Ketira Dujon, hi. I was in St. Lucia 2 weeks ago. I made an appointment to see you, but I felt so sick I had to go back to Barbados. I felt so disappointed, but I will be back. Sad story. Very sad. Yes, we do give thanks for life and a mighty life giver, and we give thanks for all good things around us as sent from Zion above. So we praise for all his love. Yes, Katira Dujon. I was in St. Lucia 2 weeks ago. I made an appointment to see you, but I felt so sick I had to go back to Barbados. I felt so disappointed, but I will be back. I said that's a sad story. You should have come up to the You see, when people sick, sometimes they take air ambulance and they go all type of place. We must have. You were supposed to come, and I think you postponed it, and then you were supposed to organize a home visit, then you canceled. Right? So I don't know exactly. Because I am not really seeing anyone in the city. I was actually trying to make that exception for you because we only see people up in Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center up in the mountains now. Well, I'm in Sharon McFarland. The prosperity is not part of the mail package. The prosperity is an addition to the mail package. So that based upon where you are, if it's in the Caribbean region, 2 to 3 days. The most America, US, UPS 2 to 3 days, same way, right? If it is an other cheaper modality of shipping, it might take you up to 5 days. All right, so it's based upon where you are and the type of shipping that you actually choose to actually do. This will determine exactly how long the product actually takes to get to you. For those of you who have questions on YouTube, you could ask your questions on YouTube. On television, you could give us a call, 451-9349, 453-1730, area code 1758. So as we were saying that, Gaza Empress 18% love my Lord, Royal Empress and Love One, give thanks, Honorable, give thanks. We were saying that the bulk of the foods in the supermarket contains carcinogenic substances. So we're talking about the corned beef and the luncheon meat and the baked beans and all the canned foods. They are actually canned hot, packaged hot, steaming hot. And the inner lining of all these cans are actually plastics. Plastics that contain BPA, bisphenol A, an estrogen mimicking molecule, and also PVAs that are also estrogen mimicking molecules that are known to actually cause breast cancer, prostate cancer, implicated in diabetes, uterine cancer, ovarian cancer. Right? And when we examine also our artificial sweeteners, most of our sweet foods in the supermarkets are sweetened with artificial sweeteners. Right? And these are also implicated as cancer causing. Right? And then we have our so-called, but you see these things then now. Right? That they call your preservatives, and then they call your enhanced products. Because remember, this thing, and they call it enhanced. There's a name they call it. Fortified. Yeah, fortified. So most of these so-called fortified products there, man, you have to be very careful with these things there. Because we were saying in Antigua, the majority of the 5-liter water, the 5-liter or 5-gallon, 5-gallon bottles of water, they are outside in some metal thing in the hot sun. And we know that keeping plastic containers with water in the hot sun is peligroso. When you drink that definitely is trouble. All right, so we know that women get breast cancer by leaving a plastic bottle of water in their vehicle during the day, and they drink it in the night, and they follow that cycle over and over again because of the high levels of what you call BPA. Yes, caller, blessed. Yeah, give thanks.
Yes, I want to start off by saying that we as a nation cannot pay you for your service, so we should always keep you in our prayers and not be intention. Continue blessing, guys.
Give thanks for the love, my brother.
Yes, my life. I also have a question pertaining to high blood pressure.
Yes, go ahead.
Which drugs would be more appropriate than one should take to control the high blood pressure?
High blood pressure?
Yes. And also, I was looking up here, one more thing, I took for a cleanse from you guys, and I wanted you to do just a colon, or it was an intracellular cleanse, which is such a big thing these days. But again, I'll listen up there, and again, blessed love, my life.
Give thanks, my Lord. Love.
All right, God.
Give thanks, love. Give thanks for the prayers, man. I mean, definitely, when you say that I really cannot be paid for, I was up in the mountain, I was in this meeting, and the meeting actually prolonged, and I'm there sitting and I'm asking the Empress, should I, do I have to go to that program? Because, and I'm saying, well, and then an honorable Empress was there with us, honorable Empress Edith was there, and she said, Priest, the people are waiting for you to come on, so that motivated me to actually just get up and and say, well, look, even if we come for 45 minutes, at least it's better that we actually come and then than we don't come for our program at all. So I give thanks for these words of encouragement from the honorable Empress. As sometimes it is hard, we don't understand that I'm coming from the mountain, Mount Kailash, and it's yeah, I have to come down and then come to the studio and then drive back up in the night, right? So I give thanks for all those of you who show that level of appreciation and understanding for what we do. Well, the best herb that you could use for high blood pressure is what you call the dandelion. The dandelion is very good, very rich in potassium, so it actually helps to actually bring down the blood pressure, as it is an electrolyte sparing diuretic. You could also use Guanaba Fay Blanc. You could use the Cerasi bush, what they call Kokomguli, and you could use parsley juice. You could just squeeze a sour orange in water, put a pinch of cayenne pepper, and drink it every single morning, and go on a sodium low diet. You have to go on a sodium low diet. That means that very little animal products, lots of plant-based products, specifically. All right. So a sodium low diet, cut off the salt, and that is also monosodium glutamate, which you call MSG, aspartame, cheese, milk, all them dairy products. Definitely we have to get off that. Right? The colon cleanse is a colon cleanse. The free up laxative is a colon cleanse. Then you have the free up detox, which is an intercellular cleanse. Okay, so you have to get the blood detoxifier, the free up detox, my beloved brother. All right, give thanks. 451-9349-45-31730. We had some questions on YouTube there. What are the best fruits and vegetables for the pancreas? Bitters, right? Things like cerasee, right? Anything bitter and rich in sulfur. What they call that thing? I don't call that thing there again, there, man. Sulfur. I don't call that thing again. They call it lucas. Lucas. They call it the lucas plant, but they call it what they call that in Saint Lucia? They call it Tamawe France. I don't know Tamawe France, but it smells real bad, man. Right, kukubawi or something like that. But that's extremely good for the pancreas. Any high sulfur rich food, all your sulforaphane rich vegetables are very good for the pancreas. Angelina Bravo, blessed love, honorable, give thanks. Some of the bottled waters taste funny, as if you're drinking plastic water. Yes, Katura Dujon. That's because they've spent so much time in heat that the water now has actually assimilated lots of the BPA, and that could actually be very carcinogenic. You have to abstain from something like that. All right. So number to call 451-9349-45-31730. As we said, we made an effort to be with you today, so we give thanks for all those of you, even on YouTube, who actually join us for the short program, shorter, and as we discuss in the whole aspect of the cancer causing foods in our supermarkets. And we spoke about the plastic lining in the canned foods. Stop the canned foods. Stop that. Right? We're talking about the plastic, the water in the plastic bottles kept in the hot sun. We have to be mindful of that. Stop these things. Right? We are talking about the MSG, which is monosodium glutamate. Anything with MSG, these things, they are dangerous. They are carcinogenic. Right? We are talking about also your preservative rich foods. Read about it. Read about the preservatives and what they could actually cause you. Right? Check about the placental extracts, the parabens, all these different components. Check about what you would refer to as the chlorine. Right? Many of even the sanitary napkins and many of these things that people actually use are bleached with chlorine. Right? And these chlorines rich substances and the beauty care products that are actually bleached, these things, they have actually very unstable molecules, that could actually form what you call free radicals that could damage your cells, right? And this damage to your DNA of your cells can result in the growth of tumors, right? So we have to understand that also the great majority of sugar-rich foods, like your sodas, like your candies, your sweetie, your lollipop, all these things, they are cancer foods. Cancer love sugar. Cancer love sugar. That is why that when you go for a test and you have cancer, they take a PET scan, and with the PET scan, what they do, they inject into you is what they call a radioactive sugar molecule, and they put you in the CAT scan, CT scan, and then it lights up wherever you have cancer. Why? Because the cancer cells are sugar loving cells. Very, very important. So all the sugary and starchy foods, all these things, there is cancer food. So we have to be very careful. Sugar, rice, flour, 99% of these things, they're corn syrup, all these different things there, definitely. We have fowls like chicken that they feed growth hormones, antibiotics. You understand? The great majority of these fowls, that the chicken leg and the chicken back and the chicken thigh and the chicken backside and chicken neck and all them things there, these fowls are force grown, right? They are rush grown. So within the flesh of these fowls there now, you have plenty of estrogens, and because they want to keep it on the shelf at a very low temperature, they pump it up with antibiotics. You're suppressing your immune system even more. Yes, Jamie Albert, brother bro, give thanks for the great knowledge on the herbs and medicine, great wisdom and knowledge for the nation, love and protection. Jai Rastafari, give thanks, bro, man. Rastafari, blessed, give thanks. So we must be very skillful when it comes to the whole aspect of what we eat and what we drink. That's why the cure for all these diseases is to grow your own backyard garden. Right? Start to plant your chives, your seasoning pepper, your zapina, and all these different types of greens. These things, they are very important. Right? If we continue to actually depend upon the supermarkets for our foods, we are in trouble. Great trouble. Why? Because they are profit motivated. So at the end of the day, there is no way that they could give you the best of the foods, because they'll give you the food that they could make the biggest profit from, not the food that will profit you the most in giving you sound health. Right? Get you addition. The chicken is so blown up, I'm trying to stop eating chicken. You trying to stop, Ketura? You should have stopped long time, man. This chicken that cause our young children to get breast at the age of 10, at the age of 9, at the age of 8, right? The younger a woman begins to menstruate, right, the more likely it is that she will develop breast cancer. Okay, so these things, they are very important things that we need to note. So you don't think about stopping eating chicken. You have to stop. And the dairy products, remember that they actually inject the cow with recombinant bovine growth hormone to actually make the cow produce milk. Right? So all these dairy products, your yogurt, your cheese, your all these different things there, man. You have to be very mindful of all these different type of things because these things there are carcinogenic, right? And I am not just saying it. Go on your computer, search it out, read for yourself, and I'm sure you're going to tell me more stuff that's carcinogenic. All right? Okay, Katura said she will stop. Give thanks. Well, definitely we are heading to the end of our program. I mean, any more calls? 4519349 4531730 for our international people. You could actually just add 1758. And those of you on YouTube, you could actually type a question if you want to also, and we could see how best we could assist you with that question. Definitely. 4519349 4531730. All right, so we know that in the supermarket you could go and get your cigarettes. Also, the cigarette on it says cigarette smoking can give you lung cancer, and we still buy it and smoke it, eh? All right, so I'm not blaming the supermarket. I'm just telling you that we go there to get the majority of the stuff, knowing and not knowing that they are carcinogenic. Right, so we must take a time out. Take the labels of your things you buy at the supermarket. Take the labels. Look at the labels. Read the labels. See what's inside of the food that you are consuming. See how much food that's in it. Sometimes you buy orange juice and the orange juice have no orange. You buy apple juice, the apple juice have no apple. Okay, so we have to be very mindful and we have to actually take care, right? And understand that no one will love you more than you have to love you. So you are the one that have to actually make the decision to actually be healthy and eat healthy and work healthy. Because if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. Right? Because nowadays, out of every 3 men, 2 of them get prostate cancer. Out of every 3 that get it, 2 of them die from it. Okay, so we have to get serious, man. Non-communicable chronic illnesses are killing our people. So there are plenty different things we need to do to actually help to organize ourselves. Quinella Willington, blessed love, honorable praise, give thanks. You always teach us love, self. Vincent Joshua, peace, love, and light. Give thanks, my honorable brother. Peace, love, and light to the I said way. Anna Lloyd Davis, what herbs can be used for colon cleansing? You could use vervine, the blue vervine, excellent. Just do a strong green juice of it, pong it, and squeeze the juice and use it. Or you could use your cassia latte, extremely good to clean the colon also. Right? Definitely, we are heading to the end of our time now. Lloyd Dieter Joseph, good night, honorable priest. Lloyd Ite Joseph, good night, honorable priest. Give thanks, honorable empress. Heart of love to the I and the I royal family. 451934530. Give thanks for life and the mighty life giver. Definitely, we have 1 more minute. Anna Lloyd Davis, thanks. Sharon McFarland, what herbs can help reduce swollen prostate? Definitely, you could use stinging nettle or you could use your guinea fay. Yes, caller, blessed. Yes, caller. Bring down the volume of your television, please, and go ahead. Listen for the telephone. I'm listening to you. Yes. Yeah, well, when we talk about you could you listen off air because your that thing there is very oh my goodness. Woo. Now, starchy foods are foods that contain what they call mushash or mushas. Okay, like your dashin, okay, your cassava, your rice, your white flour, right? All these things there are full of starch. Okay, so when you are consuming these foods there, you have to actually combine them with lots of soluble and insoluble fibers. All right, so you have to definitely use a lot of zepina, a lot of greens, and lots of things for that specifically. What herbs can help you reduce swollen prostate? Spanish needle, stinging nettle. That's very good. Daughter of Mosai, what can I do to improve eyesight? You could specifically wash your eyes with chalice water. You could wash your eye with plantago maya, what they call English plantain, and also you could wash your eye with vervine tea. All any of them things that will actually help to improve your eyesight. We have a couple of minutes remaining. We have time for 1 or 2 questions. YouTube, any more questions? Let us know because we gotta go. Right, definitely. No more questions. All right, so definitely remember that the Mon Killers Journey Beyond Wellness is actually coming up 28th of December, going through to the 7th of January. So those of you who have not registered, come and register right now. Oh no, I think we only have one more space because someone actually dropped out. Yes, Sharon McFarland, thanks and blessed love and peace. What is the English word for Gwen Buffet? Seed on the leaf. Seed on the leaf. Okay? Or called Shankar Piedra. Deep rooted kernels, honorable, appreciate love the knowledge, brother. Give thanks, honorable. You said Vervine? Yes, Vervine. I said Vervine. Blue Vervine is excellent. So give thanks for all those of you who were live, all those of you who actually followed with us, all those of you who were on TV in St. Lucia. Give thanks for the divine opportunity. Definitely we give thanks for life. Give thanks for Brother Ronald, who's actually back here with us again, Calabash Television. And Bernard, give thanks for all the staff and management of Calabash. Daughter of Zion, give thanks. Thank you, Kevin Jane, Jamie. Thanks again. Give thanks for life and a mighty life giver. Give thanks for all those of you who followed on YouTube and on those of you who on Calabash Television, also on Facebook. Or give thanks and blessings, Sharon McFarland. Or give thanks for life. Give thanks again, definitely. We look forward to seeing you again. And we do give thanks. Those of you who need to get any information from us, definitely when the hassle or when they give thanks, blessed love, bless Celia for me, please. Remember that you could go on our website, prescalash.com. That is prescalash.com. Send us an email, blessedlove@prescalash.com. That's blessedlove@prescalash.com or prescalash@gmail.com. Or definitely you could give us a call on WhatsApp, text us, plus 1758-722-3660. That's 1758-722-3660. Give thanks again for life and a mighty life giver. And give thanks for all those of you who were with us tonight and those of you who continue to support our work. Jah Rastafari. Give thanks. Blessed.